Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I hope you remember this video of getting started with digital art. If you don't, then check it out here. In that video I mentioned MS Paint as a good art program, and some people disagreed, so I just want to prove to you guys that it's as good as its user. So today I'm going to recreate this portrait of Frida Kahlo. This is the Vogue portrait, and let's get started. So I'm going to be using MS Paint after probably a decade, and yes, I know that it's not as good as, I don't know, Photoshop or Fire Alpaca, but it gets the job done. um, of course it's not professional level, but there are different digital artists who work with MS Paint most of the time. For example, on YouTube you can find out the channel Kool-Aid, formerly known as Kool-Aid Girl. They have done a lot of artworks with MS Paint, and it's amazing, like it's jaw-dropping. You won't even realize they are done in such a simple software. So I thought, why not prove to you guys that MS Paint is not as bad or as simple as people think of it. I mean, I've seen these tutorials where people even know how to use layers in MS Paint, like not exactly layers, but they can simulate the feel of layers. So anyway, after watching a few other artists do this, I decided I should try it too. And I just thought Frida Kahlo would be a good model for this because, well, her portraits are pretty bright and beautiful, and the colors are so saturated. I just thought it would look good in MS Paint. Plus, I love Frida Kahlo, so it's a win-win situation. Well, if you don't know who Frida Kahlo is, she's basically a Mexican painter known for her self-portraits mostly, and I think she's really bold, and she is not scared of being who she is, and she's really inspiring. So I've always kind of looked up to her and how she has described confidence as beauty. So that's why I decided, why not just make a portrait of Frida. So I used the portrait that was published on Vogue as a reference photo for my painting. And at first I was worried that I won't be able to do much shading in it, like the way I usually shade. And the shading has to be like kind of like cell shading, but actually it's a bit of a mixture because I used the airbrush for the blush and some of the shadows on the portrait. And you know how the airbrush here is, it's like it's just a bunch of pixels floating around, and it's ugly compared to the professional airbrushes, the soft brushes. But I managed to do it with it, so that's a huge success. I think I proved the point that I wanted to prove, which was that like a weapon is as good as its wielder. So um, if you actually know how to do it, then it won't matter if you use paint or Photoshop. Of course, there are some things that can only be achieved by professional level software, such as pressure sensitivity, and you can not get much line weight variation in the MS Paint software. But those are the things that come secondary. If you just want to see if you are really interested in this digital art thing or not, I think you should definitely start with um, this MS Paint. Because I remember, like as I said, a decade ago I started with MS Paint. Yeah, so this was in our curriculum. I think every kid has done it. So but we were only taught the basic things like drawing a square, a circle, and stuff like that. But I used to get a lot of I used to get crazy creative with it and draw really unique things. And so this is where my love for MS Paint and digital art was born. So I would suggest you to try MS Paint out if you're a beginner and you're thinking which software you should use. If you enjoy it, then you will know that it is going to be okay if you spend some money on something fancy like Photoshop. So yeah, here's the result of my portrait, and I think it is very different from my style. It's a more illustrative style, but it looks amazing and I'm happy with it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye.